This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is a case of Palmer versus Palmer. You all are married, you've been together for 20 years, you've got 2 children together, but the life that you have built together is all in jeopardy based on what happens here today. Am I right, Mr. Palmer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, you've opened this case. Tell us why you're here.
Well, Your Honor, I'm here because after 20 years of marriage, I'm suspecting that my wife is cheating on me. Yeah. And I was like, hey, it's getting old. It's time to get to the bottom of it, so I'm here.
Miss Palmer, come on, talk to me. Tell me something.
It hurts me right to the core. I cannot even fathom the thought of another man. Just looking at him, I've been in love with him for all these years. There's no way that I could give myself to anyone else ever.
She's beaming. Look at her. She is beaming.
I know.
I love him. I love him.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So because you love him so much, how does it feel to be accused of cheating?
At first, when he said what he had said, I was shocked. Like, how could you even say that? How could you even feel that way? I had started a new job. We were behind when I first started, so I had to play catch up in the beginning. I did everything I could do, and then as soon as I left work, I had to go home and work and take care of our family and my wife duties. So it shocked me that he could even think that or feel that.
Yeah, but you know, and sometimes a new job can swallow you whole because you're trying to learn the job
Right.
and be good at it and,
Right.
and do well. And so, you know, I can't fault her for trying to do well on her job. But is there something else to support allegations of cheating?
Well, we were at home one evening, and I assumed she was downstairs, you know, let's say she was cooking, and I was upstairs. Well, I'm also upstairs with her cell phone. But just at that particular moment, I was near it and looked down at the information center, and it was a guy's name. So just to see where I was with her, I asked her, have you been talking to anyone from your job? Or does your maintenance, you know, property management, she has to communicate with her maintenance man. Do your maintenance men have your cell phone number? Do they call you after hours? And that may have been her response and said no. And obviously I had the text message, just came in moments after hours. Look, honey, you want to try that again?
Yeah. So, go ahead, love.
Ms. Palmer, I mean, that's such an easy, innocent question.
Yes.
Why did you give him a false response?
I didn't want him to get upset, and I should have been straight up in the beginning.
But why would he have gotten upset if nothing's going on at work?
I guess I didn't think of how bad it would hurt him. I thought it was just something that would just let it go and move on.
Okay. You know, you have this big smile. Why? What is it that you're smiling about?
He is just a natural actor that one day I feel like I'm watching Kevin Hart and laugh at my pain, and then one day I feel like I'm in most of the days, I feel like I'm in a romantic comedy with Will Smith. And then sometimes I maybe eat Julia Roberts and Sleeping with the Enemy.
Oh.
So, you know, I just feel like...
So you're just kind of watching him do his show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
I'm a part of it.
But he thinks you're a pretty woman sleeping with another man.
That's correct.
See, and that's the problem.
Look at you, Mr. Cover.
But there is no problem.
So, I mean, this is very serious. You've got a 20-year marriage here.
That's right.
That's on the line. And he's got a couple of instances of questionable behavior. And so it's kind of starting to mount up. I mean, Mr. Palmer, do you have any other reasons to think she's cheating?
Well, one more incident, and maybe you can even relate to this with me.
What?
That scares me, but okay.
Well, being that in a long marriage, you have to do different things to spice it up, okay? I do the laundry in my home just because of the attire that I wear. It's very delicate, so I make sure that, you know, the laundry is done appropriately. Well, when I go to take the laundry to do the laundry, I'm seeing brand new, well, they're in the dirty clothes, but to me, they're new thongs that I've never seen worn on my wife. So I'm wondering, if I've never seen them and you're wearing them and they're dirty, when did you wear them? When did I miss out on seeing some nice looking Vicky Secrets, you know what I'm saying? And she's got some nice ones, you know, so
what part of this he's supposed to relate to, the thong part or the laundry part?
Well, with the thongs,
What's your concern?
I don't get to see them. I get granny panties. You know, I get the
Oh,
panties.
no, not
so
the granny panties.
where
Okay.
you and I can relate is being that in a 20-year marriage, you have to do things to spice it up. I don't have a problem with granny panties, but I don't want them all the time. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Miss
Miss
Palmer?
Palmer, talk to me about why you're wearing thongs every day, but Mr. Palmer is not seeing them any day at all.
Well, I'm always the last one to get the shower. So of course he doesn't see them. So I go straight for my work clothes after cooking all day, after I'm done coming home, and then I take them off and I go get in the shower. He may be too busy in his phone to see it, or maybe too busy watching TV to see me taking them off. But when I get out of the shower, then he pays attention.
And at that point, is that when the granny panties fall in?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
I
okay.
sleep in them.
Miss Palmer, I'm not buying that. How is he not seeing you in these if you wear them every day? That's not holding water for me.
I like to shop and I buy a lot of underwear. And he just doesn't see them when I take them off to go and get in the shower. And then they go straight in the dirty clothes.
Okay, did you see thongs before now?
Well,
Oh, boy.
okay, so these would be what I would get to wash, not see. I don't even know how these work. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't get to see them. You know, I don't even know how these work. But these is what I get. I get these, and we make these sexy.
So the thongs were something that's a new thing
It
since she
came
started
with the
working.
new job, right?
All right.
Miss Palmer, let me just ask a hard question. Who at work are you wearing these thongs for?
Myself and myself only.
I mean, okay, I'm not gonna be like Mr. Palmer. I'm not gonna be disarmed by your beautiful smile. So you gotta give me more than that. I mean,
But Mr. Cutler, you know, every now and then a lady likes to have something on that makes her feel like a girl that everybody don't have to know about. You just know that you are girlish underneath.
I understand that. But when you're married, you see that because you see the good, the bad, the up, the down. You see everything.
I'm glad you didn't say ugly.
I would never say that. No, so, but you see everything. So the fact that he's like, the only time he's seeing them when he's doing the laundry, he's like, hey, where these come from? I've never seen her wear these. Yeah, I understand why he's concerned.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to give you that one, Mr. Cutler.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Palmer, do you have any other reason to believe that Miss Palmer is cheating?
This one particular incident, I believe, took the cake. It was the final straw. I'm on the phone with her. During her getting ready to clock out, it just seemed like she was rushing me off the phone.
Okay.
Because the goodbye was odd, I called back 6 minutes later. She picks the phone up, and she's just full of energy and full of life and full of all these words that were just piling on top of each other. It sounded like, in my opinion, all the talking she was doing was trying to drown out the sound of the background as if someone was accompanying her.
What did you hear?
Well, at first, I thought I heard the sound of skin on skin slapping sounds, like.
As if she was on the phone.
Oh.
As-
And then it sped up.
The tempo change, yes.
all right, and you associate that sound with what?
Sex,
Somebody body slapping against bodies.
correct. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Miss Palmer, he's hearing. What is that? What were you doing? Were you having
Me?
sex with somebody?
No, it was me walking through the building with my boots on. That's it. You could hear rat pee on cotton. It was so quiet in the building. I'm the only one in there.
I mean, a boot walking through a building would sound kind of like,
Clop, clop.
But I'm excited coming home, so
Okay.
maybe it was a little faster.
maybe it's a little faster, but it still doesn't sound like that's skin on skin right there. So, Miss Palmer,
Shock.
were you having sex with somebody?
No, I was just in shock that he even asked me that question. Mind you, I begged him for about a year to take a lie detector test, just to get the stuff, just stop saying this. It's not true. I
You
would
begged
never
for
do
who to
this.
take the test?
I begged him to put me through a lie detector test.
So you wanted a lie detector test?
I wanted one, yes.
And you took it.
I took it.
Did you pass it?
Yes, of course I passed.
Okay, so she passed the lie detector test. Why wasn't that enough?
It's not that easy. That's pretty much what got me here is when we took this lie detector test, this is verbatim how it went. The gentleman, strapped her up, fast forwarded to the end results.
Okay.
He brings me in the office. He pulls out that Scantron paper, points to a blue squiggly line, a red squiggly line. Then he points to this bottom number in circles. It says, that's a 95, she passed. Oh, gotta go, guys. Email me, and I'll send you guys the results.
Wow.
And so you had,
wait a second.
You had no confidence in his results then.
None.
And so that's why you came here.
Absolutely, I'm here.
Because our experts are the best.
That's what we do, Mr. Cutler.
That's what we do.
This court has not only had one polygraph examiner, we had two certified licensed polygraph examiners to examine Ms. Palmer to determine, is she cheating? Why would you explain that? All right, you both are certified polygraph examiners, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've trained polygraph examiners.
I have.
You've done more than 3,000. So you all know about this. So the credentials that you are worried about are not in question.
Not anymore.
Okay.
So you both individually and separately administered polygraph examinations to Ms. Palmer, correct?
Yes, sir.
Explain what you did.
First, Your Honor, I conducted a polygraph examination, and during the course of the chart tracing, I detected that she was exhibiting controlled breathing, which is through block breathing and suppression, which is commonly referred to as countermeasures.
When you say controlled breathing, what do you mean?
Controlled breathing is when you're trying to purposely distort the charts, and you're trying to suppress your breath during the timeliness of the asking of the question during the 20-second window of evaluation.
Why were you trying to beat the test?
I was never trying to beat the test, not whatsoever. This is my life, and I would never put myself in a situation to cheat on my husband of 20 years we've been together. Never in my life would I put myself out there for another man to even attempt to snatch me up. I think all this that's going on with him is just me being gone at work makes him jealous. He wants to be with me, and I want to be with him. If I could get paid for staying at home to love my family, I absolutely would.
Mr. Palmer, what are you thinking? Because I can see the wheels moving. What are you thinking?
I don't know. It's things people will do, you know what I'm saying, for love or to cover their own rear end. I mean, I don't know. I'm just taking it all in, Your Honor.
Let's get to this, the results of the test. But let me just say this, Ms. Palmer, and you probably heard me say it before. It is better for you to tell your story than, in this case, 2 examiners to tell your story. Is there anything that you need to share?
Not whatsoever. I've been telling my story. I love this man more than anything in this world, and I wouldn't even get to that situation to do something like that.
So it is your unqualified testimony that you have not cheated on your husband?
Never.
All right. You both asked Ms. Palmer, separately and apart, have you had sexual intercourse with another man since you have been married to Mr. Palmer? What was her response, Mr. Lawrence?
No.
Mr. Platt, what was her response?
She stated no.
Mr. Lawrence, what were the results of her examination?
The results of the lie detector were deceptive.
Mr. Platt, what were the results of your examination?
The lie detector determined that she was being deceptive.
Ms. Palmer, 2.
I've never cheated on him, period.
I know these 2 men. I know their credentials. Have you cheated?
No.
Who have you cheated with?
I have not cheated, period. You can hook me up to any test. You can rewind my brain.
We did hook you up to 2 tests.
I never cheated on this man since we have been married, period.
All right, well, let's go to the next question. You both asked Ms. Palmer, since the start of your new job 2 years ago, have you had physical sexual contact with anyone other than Mr. Palmer? Mr. Lawrence, what was her response?
No.
Mr. Platt, what was her response?
She stated no.
Mr. Lawrence, what did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being deceptive.
Mr. Platt, what did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was being deceptive.
Mr. Palmer? Where's it going from here?
We got a marriage and a family on the line.
I don't know. Definitely reevaluation.
You know, you took marriage vows and it was for better or for worse. This is the worst. I mean, 20 years you don't just throw away on a,
Right.
on a dime.
Right.
But Ms. Palmer, there's nowhere for you to go if you don't tell him what has happened.
Telling the truth, period. I've never cheated with anyone. End of story.
Well, let me say this, Ms. Palmer. Today may not be the day that you feel like you want to tell him whatever you need to tell him. But at some point soon, for your marriage to go forward, you're going to have a serious conversation with Mr. Palmer. If you have any chance of your marriage going forward, you're going to have to do that. And so talk to our counselor, figure out how you all can work through this and figure out what's going on and get you to the point where you can get the truth and move forward. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a happy, healthy, trust-filled relationship. Court is adjourned.